Hello YouTube, it's Ro here. Thank you for visiting You Grow Ro. I'm so glad to have you here. If this is your first time, I hope you consider subscribing at the end of this video. If you've been here before, thank you so much for returning. I really appreciate it. Today we're going to talk about something exciting for me, and maybe, just maybe, it'll give you guys some ideas. I'm going to throw out a few of the things that I already started seeds for that are going to be new to me this year. I'm only now mentioning what I have dropped. I may end up doing a second video about the same thing a little later down the line, but for today, I have a couple and I'm excited. Stick around and find out about something new. So first, let me give you a little background because I think that'll make it easy to understand why I've chosen the things that I have. I just moved into a new house, 8 months now I think it is. Well, it'll be a year in August, so whatever that is. No. Is it? I'm wrong. It'll be a year in July. And we are now at February 28th. It's the last day of February. So I've been living in my new house for that long, and some of my goals included planting perennials here, at the new home, planting perennials. I wanted to do more flowers, and I wanted to do a lot more herbs, specifically perennial ones too, but more herbs, medicinal herbs in my gardens. And I definitely want to get a lot of fruit going because I love me some fruit and I want that on the property too. Keep that in mind while listening to this list of things that I've already dropped the seeds for. Alrighty. First thing on my list is the Sunberry. I got the seeds from Seed Savers Exchange. It is exactly what you think it is. It is fruit. I never heard of it. I don't even remember where I got the idea to even get a hold of these seeds to even plant it. All I know is that one of my goals was to get some fruit on the property as well because I love fruit and I don't have any at the old place. Remember, I had a community orchard right down the street from me. It took me like 2 minutes to walk there from my house. I had apples and pears and peaches and plums at my disposal. I also had, my landlord had peaches, plums, apples, and pears on the property that I was living on as well. So I always had fruit available to me fresh for the past 10 years. And now I need to get some fruit going on the property. I planted some blueberries and some kiwis last year. We'll see if they survived. I did it a little bit later. I think it was in the fall that I got those in. I would have preferred to get them in the spring, but the way it fell is how it fell. So if they come back, great. If they don't, I can still buy some more. But since I wanted to have some fruit for sure this year, I needed something that I knew was going to come to fruition in one season. And the first thing that I came up with was the Sunberry. They say that it is small, slightly sweet, very prolific. It matures in 50 to 75 days. It's related to the nightshade family, so you don't eat the little green berries raw. You'll make yourself sick. Let's see. They are bushy plants and they look like dull blueberries. Sorry. It says that these were bred by Luther Burbank in the early 1900s. Offered by seedsman John Lewis Childs as the Wonderberry in 1909. Great controversy ensued over the plant's provenance and true identity, and Burbank's reputation was badly damaged. Prolific bushy plants loaded with small, slightly sweet, dull blue berries, 50 to 75 days. On the reviews, it's got 2.8 out of 5 stars. First person says it's got an interesting flavor. He says it's reminding him of the flavor of black tea. It's hard to describe. Second person said they didn't like the texture. Tasted fine, grows well. Otherwise, the texture is slimy. Prolific grower and substantial producer. Will reseed itself in your garden. And then a third one says they got a huge crop. Very delicate to pick. They taste like tomatoes to this person. So that's 3 different reviews and 3 different descriptions of what they taste like. This person says, meh, grew great, but just couldn't get into the taste. And the last person gave it 1 star, and they said they were bummed. They didn't get any viable seeds. Not one sprouted for 2 years in a row, so no germination. Anyway, like I said, what attracted me to it was the fact that you could get some fruit that season, and that's what I wanted to do. It's something I never heard of. As you can see, people are confused by what it tastes like. That even makes me want to try it even more, right? So that's my first one, is the Sunberry. Second up, I am going to be trying hollyhocks for the first time. So I got some free hollyhock seeds from the Let's Grow Akron seed swap workshop that I went to a couple weeks ago. And then prior to that, a year ago, I bought seeds from Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds for the, I think it's the double champagne. I think that's what they're called, double champagne hollyhocks. Oh, they are so gorgeous. So I'm looking forward to growing those. The ones that I got for free from the seed swap were called an Indian Spring Mix. I haven't heard of those before. Oh, it's called the Majorette Double Champagne Hollyhock. Now, what I didn't know was that hollyhock is edible and medicinal. I had no idea. But these Majorette Double Champagne Hollyhocks, they are annual or biennial. They're also dwarf, so they're only gonna get to be about, oh, it doesn't tell me here, but I think I saw it gets to be about 3-4 feet tall, if I'm not mistaken. I just wanted to grow them strictly for the beauty, because how could you not? I mean, wow. I mean, the only way this could be better, I mean, the way they look just, oh, ooh, makes me feel some kind of way. But if I come to find that they smell amazing too as well, you can chalk it up. I'm sold. I'll probably be growing these every year from then on out, because they are just absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, look at these things. Next up, I went to, what was it? Home Depot. And I found a Persian lilac bush. I believe it was $14.98 is how much they wanted for that. Let's see. Reason I wanted lilac is because, again, I had lilac at the old property everywhere. And I used to love to pick the blooms and use them later in the year, dry them and use them. But I don't have anything on the new property aside from there are 3 blue hydrangeas in the front of the house, and I'm not even sold on those. I do like the way they look after the season once they start changing all different colors, but the blue hydrangeas on the blue house, just, I'm not really feeling it. But I'm also not planning on concentrating on the front, the landscaping in the front of the house. I'm more concerned about getting my garden and perennials in the backyard started and going before I start worrying about what the front of the house look like. Because, I mean, they don't look bad by any means. They just don't look like anything that I would ever introduce to my home. I like a lot of color and, you know, so forth. But it looks good. It's fine for what it is. But eventually that will change. Anyway, so the lilacs. Let's see. They're supposed to be super fragrant. They're lacy and gorgeous. It's an ornamental shrub with prolific, fragrant flowers, according to Nature Hills Nursery. It's compact, densely branched, graceful with a round habit and wide panicles. Much smaller than common lilacs. It is a low maintenance shrub that is heat tolerant. And I'm just excited to have it. Lilacs smell amazing. They have medicinal purposes. I've been using the blooms for years. They're beautiful. What's not to love? Now, I'm not gonna have as much as I had at the other property because, you know, I had 3 lots where she had this stuff planted out at. I only have 1 city lot where I'm at now. So I'm only gonna have the 1 small compact plant, but at least I will be able to get some lilacs and I will have that wonderful, wonderful smell in my future. Let's see. Third up, ooh. So this is one that I got. I hadn't planned on getting it, but I stopped at Home Depot. The same time that I got that lilac, I picked this up. I'm dangerous, you guys, I'm dangerous. I should have never went in that store. I knew what I wanted, and then of course, like they had all kinds of stuff, and I digressed, and I don't even remember if I got what I went there to get in the first place. Excuse me. Still recovering from the chest cold, but doing so much better now. Okay, so they had peach trees out there. They had plum trees. They had apple trees, pear trees. I started to get 2 of the peach trees because I know that if you have 2 peach trees and they cross-pollinate, I believe, then you'll get a better harvest. However, I'm working with a limited amount of space, and also I'm only growing these for me. So I'm thinking I don't need like this insane bumper crop of, oh, what I got was, before I go into all that, what I got was the Red Haven Peach. It's a dwarf variety, and I paid $22.98 at the, where was I? Home Depot. I was looking at this very same dwarf peach tree several months ago online, but I didn't pull the trigger because of how much it costed. Not knowing that, you know, having waited until later or until, you know, the next year, I would have been able to find it at this price. So I'm glad I didn't get it. All right, I'm home now. This video is taking forever for me to put together, but it's for you guys and me too, because I kind of use it as a gardening journal. At any rate, next thing on the list is Echinacea. I've been using Echinacea for years, but I've always just bought it. And I know I've seen it growing. I had it growing at the last property, no surprise there, but I didn't harvest it because she didn't have a whole lot of plants and she had it caged in, so it didn't spread any either. So I just enjoyed its beauty, and I bought all of my Echinacea from the herbal store. But then this time, well, this year, actually last year, whenever I bought the house, I decided, okay, I'm gonna put Echinacea on my property because I spend money on that every couple months. Why? When I could grow it, right? So I had seeds for 2 different varieties. I had seeds for the Echinacea purpurea. That's your usual common Echinacea. And then I had seeds for the Echinacea, I think it's called Green Twister, I want to say. and I'm excited about that one too. And then also, I think I even got some bare roots from Spring Hill Nursery that might be coming in the mail, or Burgess. I can't remember. All right, last thing I'm gonna mention for today is, what is it? Feverfew. Feverfew, that's the last one I'm gonna mention today. I'm growing that for the first time, and I want it for its medicinal purposes. I feel like it's going to be a great fit here at the house because not only is it medicinal, but it's so cute. It's got the pretty little flowers, and apparently it grows very easily. It does well in my area, is what I'm told. So I'm excited. This is something that I wanted to try for many years now, and I finally get the chance to do that. So that's going to be out there as well. So you guys tell me, have you grown any of these things before? Is there anything I need to be expecting? Do you have any advice for me? Drop it all in the comments down there. I much appreciate it. All right, guys, I am out of here. I have worn out my little voice, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay healthier than I am right now, and happy growing to you. Bye.